Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about Russia, campaigns, and airplanes. Today, we've got some news big enough to throw off election coverage. It's a foreign policy issue that has been discussed on the channel before, but now it's taken a dramatic turn. It takes something that has been discussed in the context of something that's happening in Europe and brings it home to the US and Canada. It is now being reported that Russia's unconventional campaign across Europe that is primarily designed to disrupt supplies and erode Western support for Ukraine expanded in scope to include operations within the U.S. and Canada. According to reporting, a Russian-backed sabotage cell ran tests using incendiary devices on cargo planes in an attempt to discover a channel to get devices on U.S. or Canadian passenger or cargo planes for delivery. In Poland, 4 people were charged in connection with the tests, and the prosecutor's office there said, quote, "The group's activities consisted of sabotage and diversion related to sending parcels containing camouflaged explosives and dangerous materials via courier companies to European Union countries and Great Britain, which spontaneously ignited or detonated during land and air transport." The statement from the prosecutor's office went on to say, quote, "The group's goal was also to test the transfer channel for such parcels, which were ultimately to be sent to the United States of America and Canada." There are 2 incidents being investigated that are believed to be part of a wider campaign. The current working theory is that Russian intelligence didn't plan for the devices to go off in the air, but instead was trying to use package delivery services to get the devices inside locations that support the Ukrainian war effort, apparently in North America. Regardless of intent, devices of this sort are notoriously unreliable, and the risk of an accidental ignition while in transit is high. In October, the director of MI5 confirmed earlier reporting on this channel about Russia using local assets who were amateurs for some of their operations in Europe, saying the GRU, quote, "is on a sustained mission to generate mayhem on British and European streets. We've seen arson, sabotage, and more. Dangerous actions conducted with increasing recklessness. These acts are incredibly dangerous from an international affairs standpoint, crossing into things that could be considered acts of war. Perhaps it wasn't a brilliant idea for major political figures within the U.S. to cozy up to Putin or indicate Russia could do whatever it wanted to in Europe. That permissive stance and waffling on support for Ukraine seems to have emboldened Russian military intelligence to the point where they appear to be undertaking operations that are far outside the bounds of normal wartime sabotage operations, and risk escalating the war to all of Europe or pulling NATO into direct involvement. Some of the operations like these are so outside the normal constraints that it is actually possible that a denial from the Kremlin may mean they actually didn't know about it for once. These seem more like the sort of thing that would be an attempt by a group that is pushing the envelope of what they're allowed to do. Russia has, of course, denied involvement. It's unlikely that this story ends anytime soon, even if it fades from the headlines. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.